Hello, gamers. This is Elizabeth Valentine. I don't record anything for YouTube like ever. That's mainly because video creation has never really interested me. But I'm kind of bored of doing I'm kind of bored enough that I figure I might try something new. I haven't really tried to record any videos since I was a small child. Uh, I believe I deleted just about everything from when I was a very young child, at least. But I think if you look around, maybe on some archival websites, maybe you'll find something I uploaded a long time ago. Maybe when I was 10, 11. Yeah, we're playing Minecraft, as I believe is fairly obvious. Uh, this game sorta forged my career on the internet. Not career, so to say. It would be more accurate to say, it kinda just got me onto the internet. It's the best way I can put it. Uh, as I believe is apparent, I have a PNG of Celestia Ludenberg drawn by Mochizuki K in the bottom right. This will serve as a sort of profile picture slash icon for the time being. I think she's a very pretty anime girl. Yeah, I like anime girls in general. Think they give me a reason to live. Uh, so a couple of things that I suppose are worth mentioning. Uh, Usually when I'm watching people, it's difficult to keep my thoughts together when I'm commentating on this completely separate thing than what I'm playing. But I sort of dislike the personalities that people put on when they record YouTube videos sometimes. I'm not gonna hold any of that like against them or anything. It's just the way they wanna be on camera. But I always figured I wanna be someone different. I want people to find appeal for me being me. And well, I suppose I might be a bit more energetic when I'm around friends or something. But in general, I don't want to. I'm not usually too high energy, maybe based on the context of a game at least. Got a nice mountain here. 1.18 world generation for Minecraft. I think it was honestly, I'm a big fan of it. I think it made Minecraft worlds much more interesting in general. I believe one of the main things they did was add more complicated height variants to the world, which I think benefited the sort of landscape of Minecraft a lot. Uh, Traveled a fair bit, now we've got oak wood. Might have wanted to get 3 walls so I could at least make a bed, but maybe I don't remember how wool dyeing works. Is it 1-to-1? Seems to be. Maybe I'll wait until I can get a nice blue bed. Blue is a nice color. I always thought it was kind of interesting how in Minecraft... Well, this is quite interesting. We found some emeralds. Emeralds in this lone little cave. As I was gonna get to, I always thought it was sort of interesting in Minecraft how blue dye is not obtained in the same way most dyes usually are. As I believe is apparent, you obtain it from mining as opposed to just flowers around the landscape. Generally I would usually play modded Minecraft. However, I figure, mainly for the sake of YouTube videos, I might as well start simple. Don't get anything special there. How about here? Doesn't seem to be the case either. Dye mixing is quite the complicated little system. If we make our way over there, we can get some pink dye. If we look down here, we've got quite the long drop. We do have... There's another nice cave right there. We do have meat that we can use to properly... We can cook it in a furnace and then we can eat it. I would like to get coal and such so I can properly smelt without wasting my wood. When I was younger, I relied on wood for smelting a lot. Over the years, I've definitely changed the way I play this game, given I've played this game since about the first grade, maybe second grade. I have a lot of fun memories from back then when I was telling all my schoolmates about, this Minecraft game's pretty cool. Back then, it wasn't so big. I don't feel like it was the kind of thing everybody would know. The same way, with the same kind of presence that it has today. We have more emeralds over there, but we need to find more iron if we're gonna make a pickaxe. Copper is definitely plentiful, but for the purposes of what we're trying to do right now, I don't think it's too helpful. With that said, now that we've at least got this going, we can get some food going. We can start sprinting again. I suppose cooking this beef first would have been the more efficient approach, so to say, but I don't feel like it's that much of an issue. What I do think is an issue, however, is our lack of resources. Scouring in the darkest depths for a single crumb of any kind of iron. I believe it may be apparent, as judged by the few times I've entered my own inventory. We are lightly modded. Mainly, I think it's just this ears mod. Gotta take a breather. Commentary is a little exhausting. Alright, yeah, we've got the ears mod. It's mainly just so I can have a slightly more accurate anime girl by my side. Is that it? It seems we have some dangerous creatures lurking around. This is quite concerning. I suppose we won't go for the special bed colors quite yet. I can't be bothered to go through the night as is, so we'll skip through it. Well, there's certainly some iron over there, but that's a bit of a treacherous route to take. Let's see if this turns out well for us. I remember as a young child when I first discovered this sort of spiral staircase method of digging. I felt like hot shit. I was the coolest motherfucker around. Over the years, I made a lot of friends with this game. Lost some friends. It's quite the interesting little experience. Even now, I still remember the original friends I made when I first bought a Minecraft server. I suppose that would be the more safe option. Well, before we go plunging ourselves to our death, it's most likely worth getting some sort of lighting up and out in order. Ensure our survival. There does appear to be a dangerous creature. I believe to ensure our safety, I will create a shield. Historically, they have been quite the controversial mechanic. I believe this is not for no reason. I don't think it's unfair to consider damage nullification from the front side to be a very powerful sort of means to defend yourself. I think it's worth mentioning my sort of lackluster microphone setup. I've been aware about it for a good while now. Mostly, I just can't be bothered to get anything better. Maybe if I end up doing more of these YouTube videos, I'll get something better, or maybe it'll prove to be enough of an issue with Discord calls with my friends. Quite the little assassin, dancing around me like something pretty. I'm not the most poetic sort of person. Got me right when I lowered my shield. That's quite unfortunate. Now that we've gone to now that we've gone to a deeper depth, we can get more of this, more iron. We can really start supplementing our future endeavors. Quite an interesting formation with this ravine down here. Generally, I usually play with Vein Miner, and that might have been a good idea to pull it out here. Realize that some people aren't the biggest fan of Minecraft modifications, especially of the sort that Vein Miner tends to land itself into. But I figure that if I'm the one playing, I might as well make it more convenient for myself anyway. When I was younger, I used to be quite the silly little creature, doing that mining off screen sort of thing. Except actually, I cheated the items in. Who would have thought? It feels like a natural conclusion to come to. By now I've heard it multiple times, as I've watched Minecraft gameplay over the years. Maybe not all of them were entirely verifiable. Besides Minecraft, of course, I believe I do have a video of me trying to lab stuff out in Strive. Yeah, I like fighting games too. I think they're pretty good. I'm not terribly good at them. I've got a buddy who helps me get better at them. I've always enjoyed them more when I have somebody to kick my ass, so to say. I realize that the way I would prefer to commentate on my gameplay might be perceived as boring by most people. And I suppose I'm sorry for that, but just nothing you can do about that sort of thing, I figure. Now, while we've got these rare resources exposed to the surface, I might as well take my share. I always figured it was kind of interesting how one of the rarer ores in Minecraft tended to be perhaps not the most useful when emeralds are much easier obtained through something like villager trading. Uh, as night falls, I suppose we can go sailing. The forest is an interesting place. I don't consider it to be one of my favorite places to create my residence. Over time, I might open up to the idea of perhaps inviting some of my friends, or even some random viewers who deem my presence entertaining enough to this Minecraft world. After all, I'm no stranger to hosting Minecraft servers. I always like to look for deserts, but I've been spoiled by some mods that make obtaining sandstone much easier, and easier to obtain in more plentiful amounts. Now that I don't have those, it's a bit different to try and create the whole desert base kind of thing. But I do like deserts. I think they're one of the more interesting places to build in Minecraft. I certainly like the arid architecture that tends to naturally come about. You can see a coral reef down in the ocean. I don't figure there's anything too useful for us right there. But since I do see some squid, I might as well go ahead and take the spoils so that I may have access to a darker palette of wool. I remember when the breath mechanics were reworked in 1.13. I think it was quite an interesting decision. Minecraft ambience has always had a tendency to spook me as a young child, as I am sure is the case for quite a lot of young children that played this game. Let's see. About myself, maybe, who I am. Well, I'm Liz Valentine, of course. I am an 18-year-old trans NEET. It stands for not employed in education or training. You could say that I'm kind of a waste of space. However, I'm kind of working on fixing that issue. Best I can, at least. I like to do game development. But recently, I've been sort of at a loss of ideas. There are a lot of programming channels on YouTube that I feel I never felt like any of them felt very genuine, or they felt more towards the entertainment side of things rather than the more programming side of, well, the more logical side of programming, so to say. Over here we do have a desert, which is quite the lucky find. And a desert pyramid. Lots of sugarcane as well. Black is perhaps not what most would consider to be the most interesting color. In fact, I would believe many would hazard to say that it is a edgy color. But with that in mind, I'm no stranger to enjoying edgy things, as I believe can be evidenced by my Minecraft skin. I believe I made it my a sort of part of my identity to just openly enjoy edgier subjects. Which isn't to say that I'm a particularly edgy person, but I think people should be allowed to enjoy little middle schooler Shadow the Hedgehog kind of things. We have a dangerous creature hiding within this pyramid. I believe there's been some controversy over the sort of naming scheme of these Minecraft structures. I don't think I need this magenta dye. Well, we've got a golden apple, that's pretty worth it. Some more emeralds. I'll take some bones and a string. I hear something. It seemed to be nothing. I believe there's a clip that's went viral previously of a Minecraft player getting bombarded by a creeper while exploring a desert pyramid. And while it would be amusing, I do not want that sort of thing to be happening to me. We've got a swamp here, which I believe is frankly kind of an ugly biome. I don't like swamps too much. I have a friend who enjoys making sorts of witch houses in them. But I just don't particularly enjoy them as an environment. We might have to look for perhaps a larger desert if we decide to make a desert base. For now, I intend to be exploring the horizon. Finding any sort of worthwhile location to build my own residence. I suppose most people would cut this sort of content out, but I frankly don't. I just can't be bothered to edit, really. Uh, right, I have a buddy with a birthday today. Their name is Water Bucket. So, anybody seeing this, maybe on the upload date, happy birthday, Water Bucket. As we approach the end of this swamp, we appear to have found another desert. I suppose it would have been nicer to comment my sort of outro on Minecraft while I was actually inside the game, but I feel kind of bored, so I guess this is where I'm gonna cut it off for here. Have a nice day, any of my viewers, my Liz V Valentiners, so to say.